Hi everyone, my name is Joanna and I'm the creator of Holding Space, and I am here today to guide you through the therapeutic yoga practice. I've designed this practice for anyone who might be feeling a little bit stressed or tense, or for anyone who might even be experiencing anxiety or anxiety related symptoms. So the purpose of this practice is to help you come back to your body, regain the awareness of your entire body, release the tension, release all this nervous energy from your body, and find a little bit of a relief and find a little bit of more inner peace or inner calm. Okay? So we're just going to be coming back home to our bodies today. So without saying any more, let's get to practice. We're going to start in the seated position on the floor or on the mat if you have a mat. You can either cross your legs or you can place one foot in front of the other. Okay, so you can place, let's say, right heel in front of the left foot or the other way around, left heel in front of the right. Either or is fine. Good. And once you're there, see if you can shift your weight from side to side. And maybe even shift your weight forward and back. Good. We're going to start drawing circles now. So leaning back, left, forward, right, or the other way around. And you choose the size of the circles and the pace of your movement. But whatever way you go, see if you can reverse that. So we're moving the opposite direction. And we're going to start slowing down that circle. Slowing it down. And reverse the direction one more time. But continue slowing it down, making the circles even smaller, smaller. So small that they're barely visible. Maybe so small that they're invisible to the eye. Maybe you're moving only on this very gentle, subtle level that's invisible to everyone outside. And finally, when you're ready, find stillness. Feel the weight of your body resting on the floor. And notice how your lower body is supported by the floor or by the mat. And allow yourself to feel that holding of the ground. So the ground holds you. You can feel supported and secure. And if it feels comfortable, allow yourself to close your eyes. The palms of your hands are resting on your thighs. You're allowing your shoulder blades to melt down your back, reaching the crown of the head up towards the sky. Just notice your body. Notice how your body feels today. Are there any parts of your body that maybe feel a little bit heavy or tense? Are there any parts of your body that feel light? Are there any parts of your body that you can feel very intensely? Or parts that are very hard to feel at the moment? Sometimes what might happen when we experience high levels of stress or anxiety is that our consciousness separates us a little bit from the lower body. So it's easier, the way it feels on the practical level, on the physical level, is that it's easier to feel the higher part of the upper part of the body than it is to feel the lower body. So if that's your experience as well, see if you can allow your breath to travel all the way down to your legs and feet. So each time you inhale, allow your breath to get deeper and deeper, and direct that breath to the lower part of your body. And feel that breath filling up your entire body. So as you're inhaling, feel your belly expanding. And as you're exhaling, feel your belly collapsing. Good. And we'll take 3 rounds of breath together. We're going to inhale through the nose, open the mouth, and exhale through the mouth with, it's an audible exhale. So it's going to sound something like so inhale and exhale through the mouth. Good. 2 more rounds of that. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And one final breath like that together. Inhale through the nose into the belly. Hold on top and exhale through the mouth. Good. And find your natural breath here. And become aware of your body one more time. And when you're ready, blink your eyes open. We're going to begin our physical part of this practice. So we're going to roll forward and come to on all fours. And take a moment here to bring awareness into your body as you do that. So notice how your body is moving from one position to another. Can you feel your hands pressing into the floor? Can you feel the tops of your feet pressing into the floor? So your knees are hip distance apart. The toes are pointing towards the back of the mat. Index fingers are pointing forward. And notice what happens in your body when you press into the palms of your hands, when you press into the tops of your feet. Feel this gentle lift in your body. Notice what's happening in your face right now. You'll often hear in yoga teachers saying, take the pose out of your face. But actually what we're going to do is just notice, is our pose in the face? And we're going to go through a few rounds of cat and cow belly, so if it's in your practice, go ahead, close your eyes and enjoy that. Or the alternative is to move with me. Drop your belly, lift the sit bones, reach the heart forward, inhale. And as you exhale, round through the spine, navel comes towards the spine, chin to chest. And inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart forward. Exhale, round through the spine. 2 more like this. Inhaling, reaching the heart forward. Good. Feel your collarbones moving away from each other. And exhale, round through the spine. And really feel your front body hugging into the back body. And 1 more round of this. Inhaling as you're drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. And exhaling, separating shoulder blades, reaching the top of the spine up towards the sky. Good. And go ahead and find a neutral spine here. We're going to press into the right hand. Inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale and thread the needle, so the left arm will come underneath the right arm, hovering the left shoulder above the floor. 3 more like this. Inhale, open. Exhale, hover the shoulder. 2 more. Inhaling, reaching the left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhaling, threading the needle. 1 final one like this. Inhaling, reaching the heart up. Exhaling, shoulder towards the floor. And let's come out of this pose, find our tabletop position. Nice deep breath in here, allow it to travel to the belly. And exhale. Good, and let's go to the other side. Inhaling, reaching the fingertips up towards the sky. Right hand this time. Exhaling, right shoulder underneath the left arm, hovering the right shoulder. 3 more. Inhaling, lifting the heart up, fingertips reaching towards the sky. Exhaling, hover the right shoulder above the floor. 2 more. Inhale and open. Exhale and thread the needle. And 1 final one like this. Inhaling, reaching towards the sky. Exhaling, hovering that shoulder above the floor. And let's come back to the tabletop position. We're going to take those knees a couple of inches back. And we'll try to keep the hips above the knees for the next one, okay? So we're gonna go into an extended puppy pose by walking the hands forward. Only go as far as feels good, trying to keep those hips above the knees as much as possible. And see if you can relax your neck and soften your forehead towards the floor. And it might happen that your forehead will touch the floor, but it doesn't necessarily have to, okay? It might even happen that you'll be able to lower your chin towards the floor. But again, that's not necessary either. So it's a hard opening pose, so allow yourself to find a variation of the pose that feels good to you. Perhaps just allowing yourself to press into your hands, into your knees, and the forehead is just aiming towards the floor. So the floor is a direction rather than a destination. 1 more breath here. And exhale and come forward, bringing your belly all the way down, coming onto your forearms. So your arms are kind of in this letter or number 11 shape. So the arms are parallel to each other. The fingertips pointing forward. And we're going to press into the hands, press into the lower arms, lift the heart, press into your feet and into your pubic bone, and gaze forward. Good. Three more breaths here. Two more. And one final breath here. Good. Slow exhale. And let's lower belly, the chest, chin towards the floor. And we're gonna slide the hands all the way down so that our hands are more or less on the level of our rib cage. Yeah? Hug the elbows in here. Lift the tips of your shoulders up. Bring the chin towards the floor. And we're gonna press into those feet. Press into the pubic bone. So really feel your knees lifting on the floor here. Hug the elbows and peel your chin and chest off the floor. Gaze forward. Good. Exhale, forehead to the floor. Three more like this. Inhale, gaze forward. Peel chin and chest off the floor. You should be able to lift your hands off the floor here. Okay? Exhale, forehead to the floor. Two more like this. Inhaling, reaching the heart forward. Exhaling, lowering it down. One more like this. Inhale. Exhale, lower. we're going to press back into our tabletop position. Tuck your toes under. When you're ready, lift the knees off the floor, hover those knees above the mat, send your hips up and back, keeping your knees bent. Find your downward facing dog. Good. And see if you can paddle your feet here a little bit. Bending one knee as you lengthen the other. And for whatever reason, if that doesn't feel good, if just being in downward facing dog is way too much for you today, the knees come down and you can do everything that we're doing in downward dog, you can do in your tabletop position as well. Okay, and from here, when you're ready, we're gonna step the right foot between your hands. Good. If your foot doesn't quite land directly between your hands, but maybe somewhere halfway there, you can take your hand and help your leg get there. Softening the left knee towards the floor, pointing through the left toes, right knee over the left ankle here. Let's hug that navel in. Reach the arms forward and up. Good. 4 breaths here. And we're breathing into the belly here. 2 more. And at the bottom of your 4th exhale, lower your hands towards the floor. Frame your right foot, tuck your left toes under. Step that right foot back into downward facing dog. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Stepping the left foot between your hands. Good. Softening the right knee towards the floor. Pointing the right toes if that feels good. And reaching the arms forward and up. Good. 4 breaths here. So if you're feeling any tension anywhere in your body, see if you can direct your breath in there. 1 final round of breath. And exhale, lower your fingertips towards the floor. Tuck the right toes under. Step the left foot back into downward facing dog. Good. From here, we're going to shift our weight forward into plank. Drop those knees. Bring chin and chest towards the floor. Slide forward, belly comes to the mat. Point the toes. Lift chin and chest as you press into your feet. Gaze forward. Exhale, moving through your tabletop position. Back into downward facing dog. Good. We're going to bend the knees, look forward, step to the top of the mat. Take your feet hip distance apart. Bend those knees generously, hold on to the opposite elbows and swing from side to side. Good. Release your hands down towards the floor. Bring your feet a little bit closer towards each other. And on the next inhale, we're going to place those hands on top of your thighs. Hug the elbows in. Find a flat back. Nice long spine. Create a lot of space around your ears here. 1 more inhale here. Exhale and fold forward, bend the knees. As you inhale, press into your feet. Reach your arms all the way up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring the palms of the hands together towards the heart center. Good. Let's press into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Good. Exhale here for a moment. We're going to hold on to the left wrist with your right hand. Inhale, reach up. And as we exhale, we're going to lean towards the right side. Good. So think about creating this rainbow shape here. And let's come back to center. We're going to switch the hands. So the left hand wraps around the right wrist. And we're gonna lean towards the left side this time, feeling the stretch through the right side of the body, feeling the space that's being created between your ribs, back to center. We're gonna do the same thing one more time, okay? So the other direction. Inhaling, reaching up, exhaling, reaching over, creating this rainbow shape, creating space between your ribs, and that's back to center. Switching the sides, left wrist wraps around the right. Leaning towards the left, back to center. Good. Now we're gonna inhale and reach through both sides of our body. Find loads of length. Think about trying to touch the ceiling. And exhale and fold forward. Good. Inhale and find that flat back here. Hands can come to thighs or to shins. Exhale and fold, bend the knees. Step your feet back into downward facing dog. Good. From here, we're gonna step the right foot on the outside of the right wrist. Soften the left knee down. Lizard pose. Good. Now find what feels good here. So that might mean maybe staying exactly where you are, or maybe moving your left knee a little bit forward or a little bit back. The right foot, so the right wrist is on the inside of the right foot, but the wrist and the heel of the foot are aligned. And the toes can point outward. And you might start rocking a little bit from side to side, or drawing circles with your hips. You might want to walk your hands forward a little bit, or maybe even lower your elbows towards the floor. Okay? So it doesn't really matter which variation you choose. What matters is how it feels. So see wherever you are, if you can close your eyes and notice that pose and how it feels in your body. One more breath here. And as you exhale, we're going to tuck those left toes under. Lift the left knee on the floor and step the right foot back into downward facing dog. Good. Remember that the tabletop is an alternative for that. And let's go ahead and step that left foot on the outside of the left wrist. Softening the right knee down. And again, you can move the back foot whatever way you need to. You can move your left foot whatever way you have to make yourself comfortable here. And an option here to find variation of the arms that works best for you. Bringing the elbows to the floor or walking your hands forward, or maybe just rocking from side to side. And the stillness is always good too. So a couple more breaths here. And as you're staying with that pose, just observe what's happening in your body when you're here. Maybe any thoughts or emotions are coming your way. Maybe you're even starting to break into sweat. And when you're ready, tuck your right toes under, lift the right knee off the floor, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Good. So do whatever you need to do here to allow this energy to move out of your hips. So maybe rocking your hips, maybe paddling your feet. Good. And now we're going to bring big toes together. Come high on your tippy toes. Draw your navel in. Drop your knees all the way down towards the floor. We're going to, big toes continue to touch. See if you can take your knees a little bit wider. Maybe as wide as the mat. Sink your hips towards the floor. Okay, so your hips are touching the heels. And now we're going to soften our forehead towards the floor. So a few options here. Your forehead can rest directly on the floor. You can create a little pillow with your forearms. Rest your forehead on your arms. Or another option is to literally stack your fists. So create little fists of your hands and stack one fist on top of the other. Forehead comes down. Good. So the reason we're doing it is because we want to really ground down through those hips. We want to allow our hips to sink towards the floor. And really allow yourself to feel supported here. So whatever pose we go into, the main thing we want from the pose is to allow ourselves to feel grounded, supported, and we can use the floor for that. Or we can adjust our shapes. We can adjust our behavior in a way that allows us to feel more supported. And once you reach this state of feeling like, oh yeah, here I can let go, here I can relax, give yourself permission to let go of everything that happened today or this week. And over the next few breaths, we're going to gaze forward, reach your arms if they're not reached forward, and just really slide onto your belly. Taking the Sphinx pose one more time, one final back bend here. So the feet are pressing into the floor, forearms parallel, we're reaching the heart forward. Good. And then from here we're going to lower the forehead down, flip around to come to lying on your back. Good. And if you, we're going to lift the legs up. So if you're anywhere near the wall, you can simply come towards the wall and place your feet on that wall. So allowing your legs to rest on the wall. Yeah. Otherwise, if you're like, oh, yeah, I can't be bothered, I don't want to be moving, you can simply reach your feet up towards the sky and imagine that you're trying to place the soles of your feet on the ceiling. Okay? Two more breaths here. Good. I'm going to lower those feet down. Let's take those feet as wide as the mat. Allow the knees to fold in. Right hand comes to the belly. Left hand comes to the heart. Allow yourself to close your eyes. And feel the breath moving through your body. And over the next few moments, keeping your eyes closed, reach your legs forward. So extending the legs, extending the arms. Allowing the right foot to drop to the right, the left foot to drop to the left. The palms of your hands are facing up. Shavasana. And even in here, notice your body. Feel its weight. And notice the support of the floor. Allow yourself to feel safe and held. And know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. And you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. There's nothing else to do here right now. Notice if there is anything else that might be holding you back. See if you can let it go. And if it doesn't want to let go, if it doesn't want to go, see if you can give it space. Just allow it to be there. Observe it. As you allow your body to sink deeper into the floor. And take the next few moments just for yourself. And simply follow your breath. The inflow and outflow of your breath. One more time, bring your attention back to your body and feel your body. Feel it on the floor. Feel the connection of your body with the floor. Notice the difference between your body and the mat. Perhaps you can take your arms over your head. Give yourself a big stretch. Then bring your knees in towards your chest. Arc your knees. And roll over to your right side. Using the palm of the left hand, press into the floor. And lift yourself up into the seated position. So we're going to finish the same way we started. Bring the palms of your hands together at your heart, bow your head, close your eyes for just one more moment. And take this moment to fill your heart with gratitude. Gratitude that you were able to take this practice today. Gratitude for the time, for all the technology that allowed you to be here. Gratitude for your body that was able to move through all those poses. Connect to that feeling. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. And I hope that this practice helps. Namaste.